continue. Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ross. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Marino. And this will be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Marino. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Williams to return. Oh, nice move. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gun, 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 gun. Over, 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 over.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Marino. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Over!
And they'll run it here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
On second down, Marino. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Marino looking to throw on second down. Pass incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Lucky 56.
Now it's Marino. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. From the shotgun, Marino. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Over.
Here we go again with Marino. Trying to lay one up deep. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Marino to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go. He's got him in, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Over! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Marino will look to throw on 1st. Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Marino. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action now. Marino under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Marino. Aguilar has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Marino. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Marino will throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made him.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watching now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hand?
Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Marino here from the gun. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Marino to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a 3rd quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. What a spin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Marino once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Marino. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Gone!
From the shotgun, Marino. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now it's Marino. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw again is Marino. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 now. Marino. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rodgers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He sets to fire deep. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check 26. Check 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. Back to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Cardinals on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be a tough third and 18. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cincinnati, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.